What'd you do for your birthday?
Really not much. We practiced in the morning and had a clinic that I was actually wasn't available for that. I didn't feel very good, so I spent half my birthday probably just resting.
Do you have the flu?
Gary, I didn't go to the doctor and ask exactly what it was, so I don't know. I don't know, Gary. I don't know what all the symptoms are for that, but I'll probably have one or two of them.
Are you ready for Big 12 play to begin? I mean, do you think you guys are?
I think so. I think we've had a good 3 practices since we've been back, and guys seem to be in good spirits, and they know the intensity and everything is going to go up a notch or two beginning Friday. So I don't know that you're ever as prepared as you want to be, but I feel like that guys will be ready to play.
You said a couple of weeks ago, you said it's a lot, that winter break is where you could improve the most.
Yeah.
You guys can get better. How do you gauge it? Do you know now, or do you have to wait a couple of games into the Big
Oh, no.
12?
I think we got to wait till probably after the K-State game.
Okay.
Because, the first practice you get back, just review some stuff, stay in shape. So, we've had we've had 3 pretty good practices, but I wouldn't say that we've really added a lot yet. But I think that we can, we can start adding some stuff probably after the TCU game and after the K-State game, maybe throw in a couple of wrinkles or 2.
But there have been years when you've had really good shot blockers and had good defenses, and then like last year you didn't have a dominant shot blocker and had a good defense. What do you think has enabled you guys to have kind of elite level defenses, no matter the year, no matter the personnel?
You know what? This year we don't have an elite shot blocker, but I think we're second in the league in block shots, which is, well, I guess that's more important than I guess you have multiple guys rather than just one guy. But I would say just a mindset that, and it's not as good as what it needs to be. And certainly last year's I thought was pretty weak till the end. But if the other team can't score, you can't lose. And I don't think we quite have that pride yet. But I think we're gaining on it. It seems like to me we play the score a lot, which the great teams, they put the foot on the throat, and we certainly got to get better at that. I thought that was certainly the case out in Vegas. I thought we quit playing at halftime on both ends, and so I think when you score easy, which I'm not saying we always do, but we do in stretches, I think guys take the foot off the gas a little bit. But for the most part, our mindset's good. Our mindset is, if you were going to ask our guys, I think their mindset would be that if it was game point, would you rather be on offense or defense? I think their mindset would say, give them the ball. At least I hope it would, because I know all our best teams in the past had that mindset.
TCU, how are they better?
Well, they've got a lot of new guys, and they're more balanced. They got it's not quite the same, but when we won the national championship, I think our leading scorer averaged 13, and in this particular case, I could be wrong. I think they got 6 guys averaging right at 9 or above. So obviously they got some balance. They're playing with much more freedom offensively, and they're rebounding the ball. But they're certainly one of the most improved teams in America.
You said after the UNLV game that Mitch was probably your 3rd big. What does he do well, and what does he need to get better at to get up to speed?
To get what?
To get up to speed.
Well, I'm not saying he's not up to speed now, but I don't think it's a negative to say that he's our 3rd big. If Mitch was ahead of Landon and Carlton, then I'd say we have some real problems with all that experience. But I would say just basically he needs reps, he needs game time, he needs to be able to play through mistakes, which we haven't given him a lot of opportunities to do that. But just play to his athletic ability. I hate to say this because it sounds like you're taking away a guy's game, but just don't screw up. Just defend and run and jump and rebound and play hard and make easy plays. Those are the things that I think that he can do. And then when he does those things, he'll get more freedom to expand his game a little bit offensively.
Devontae talked about giving all the bigs some confidence and kind of like saying things to inspire them. We hear about that a lot. Does that really make that much of a difference with some of those guys?
Well, I think anytime, just in general thinking, anytime that you have your better players encouraging everybody else to be confident or to go make plays or, hey, it's a good move, you just missed it or whatever, I think that's always positive. I think that's the way it is on every sports team. We're making a lot out of, in particular, just our bigs being said to that. Hey, Devontae says that to Frank too. So I don't think there's anything earth-shattering or any revelation that they're getting special treatment from our guys. I don't think that's the case at all.
You said you like how Sweet's playing and the storyline. Do you think some of that is just maturity or being in the program or age or maybe even just being comfortable in America?
I think I don't know if it's comfortable in America, but it could be.
Yeah.
I mean, I hadn't thought about that. Maybe once we got through the elections, he feels relieved about it. I don't know, but I think a lot of it's age, maturity. He's still young. What is he? Is he 19 now? Yes, he's still young. But also a lot of it is, and this is not a negative towards Wayne or towards Brandon, is that they're not here. And if you play 4 guards and there's 5 out there, whether you start or not, you're going to get 27 minutes. So I think that's a lot. With last year when you played, Perry obviously is a big, and he's always going to be your second big. So you've only got 3 spots, and you got Frank and Devontae and Brandon and Wayne. It gets to be kind of a crowded house, at least the appearance. And I don't think he was quite ready to maybe have a little bit bigger role. But now obviously he is. And you could say the same thing with LeGerald. I think LeGerald, a lot of his stuff is opportunity too. But they're both making the most of it.
Bill, that time it's, I guess, the season when we talk about the conference winning streak. Do you address it? Let the kids talk amongst themselves, and how do you kind of handle that talk?
I haven't talked about it one time, maybe since maybe September or something. We'll probably address it at some point in time, but it's not the 13th in a row for this team. It's the first in a row, and so the whole deal is you could use the motivation. Hey, do you want to be the team that's remembered that didn't do it? But I don't know if you should motivate negatively like that. But the motivation is we want to win the league this year. 2017 is the year that we want to win the league, and other players in the past have certainly put you in a position where it could be talked about, but that's not what you guys should be motivated by. You guys should be motivated by getting this team's first conference championship, and I think they will be.
Since you've been here for all 12, are you personally using UCLA as a personal motivation?
Am I personally doing that? I don't think that you could. I don't think that whether UCLA won 20 or 9 or whatever, I don't think it would be any more motivation for me personally. I just want this team to be as good as it can be. It would be nice to get to tie that record because that is a pretty good record. But that right there, I don't lay up at night thinking about, oh God, if we could just match UCLA. I mean, I don't think that. Now, if we had Walton and Alcindor and those guys, maybe we could talk like that, but that's not anything that I think about.
Anything else? Will you go with Landon and Spee again in the lineup?
Yeah. Unless something happens between now and 4 p.m. this afternoon. So, but yeah, we'll certainly start those two.
How much does the speed of the game change between non-conference and then Big 12 play?
Usually it slows down. I think West Virginia is not going to average 93 points a game in the league. We're not going to average 88. Iowa State's not going to average 91 or whatever it is, or Oklahoma State. It slows down because the competition's better. And that's why I've said all along, you should look at your stats after you get about halfway or a third through your conference season before they really start meaning a lot, because not everybody's played comparable competition.